The referee's hand slaps the mat for the third time. Brock Lesnar's shoulders are down. The beast incarnate has been conquered. And it all started with one moment. One decision. One mistake that would shatter everything he built. What's up, SLAMZONE family? If you've ever wondered how the most dominant force in sports entertainment history could fall from grace, you're about to witness something that will change the way you look at professional wrestling forever. This isn't just another match breakdown. This is the story of how invincibility dies. And before we dive into the carnage, if you love real wrestling analysis that pulls back the curtain on the greatest moments in this business, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button right now. Because you're part of something special here. We're not just watching wrestling, we're living it together. Every breakdown, every shocking moment, every time the industry changes, we're here to experience it as a family. So smash that like button, turn on those notifications, and let's get into this absolute war. The arena is electric tonight. You can feel the tension in the air before anyone even steps through that curtain. The crowd knows something big is about to go down. They can sense it. That's the thing about wrestling fans, they have the sixth sense when history is about to be written right in front of their eyes. The entrance music hits and here comes Brock Lesnar. The Beast. The Conqueror. The man who has destroyed everyone put in front of him for over 2 decades. Watch his face as he walks down that ramp. There's something different tonight. The usual cold, calculated confidence is there, but if you look closer, there's something else. Maybe it's arrogance. Maybe it's complacency. But it's the kind of energy that makes you wonder if the champion has spent too long at the top of the mountain. Paul Heyman is beside him, talking, gesturing, trying to hype up his beast, but even Heyman seems like he's working harder than usual to keep that aura of invincibility alive. The pyro explodes. The crowd is on their feet. Some are booing, some are cheering, but everyone is watching. Because love him or hate him, when Brock Lesnar is in that ring, you cannot look away. He climbs through the ropes with that same intensity he's had since day one. The power in his movements, the way he commands that squared circle, it's like watching a predator surveying his territory. He's broken legends. He's ended careers. He's the final boss of professional wrestling. But tonight, something is about to go catastrophically wrong. His opponent makes their entrance and the building absolutely erupts. The underdog. The fighter who has clawed their way through every obstacle, every setback, every moment of doubt to get to this opportunity. This is their shot at immortality. The tale of the tape doesn't favor them. The odds don't favor them. History doesn't favor them. But heart, determination, the will to prove everyone wrong, that's where they have the advantage. The bell rings and immediately Lesnar goes into that amateur wrestling stance. The background in collegiate wrestling that made him a genetic freak before he even touched a wrestling ring professionally. He shoots in for a takedown and boom, he's got it. The power is insane. He lifts his opponent like they weigh nothing and slams them into the canvas with a thunderous German suplex. The crowd gasps. Here we go again. Another victim about to be fed to the beast. But wait. The opponent rolls through. They're back on their feet. They're fired up. The adrenaline is pumping. They hit the ropes and come back with a clothesline that Lesnar barely registers. He smiles. That terrifying smile that says you just made a huge mistake. He grabs them, another German suplex. Then another. The Suplex City chants start echoing through the arena. This is Lesnar's world. This is what he does. He breaks you down piece by piece until there's nothing left. The opponent is struggling to get up. The referee is checking on them. Heyman is on the outside screaming instructions. The crowd is torn between wanting to see the impossible upset and being in awe of the sheer dominance on display. Lesnar stalks his prey. He's not rushing. He never rushes. That's the scary part. He knows he's in complete control. He's done this 1,000 times before. Then comes the moment. The mistake that changes everything. Lesnar signals for the F5. The crowd knows what's coming. The devastating finisher that has put away everyone from The Undertaker to John Cena to Roman Reigns. He hoists his opponent up onto his shoulders in that fireman's carry position. The weight is balanced perfectly. He spins for the F5, but something happens. Maybe it's the opponent's positioning. Maybe it's a split-second hesitation. Maybe it's the accumulation of years of wear and tear finally catching up. But Lesnar's grip slips. Just for a fraction of a second. His opponent slides down his back instead of being driven into the mat. The execution was off. The timing was wrong. And in professional wrestling, when a move that's supposed to end a match doesn't connect clean, momentum shifts in an instant. The opponent lands on their feet behind Lesnar. The crowd senses it. This is the opening. This is the chance. Before Lesnar can turn around fully, his opponent hits the ropes and connects with a massive knee strike right to the side of Lesnar's head. The impact echoes through the building. The beast staggers. For the first time tonight, for the first time in months maybe, Brock Lesnar looks human. The opponent doesn't waste a second. They're running on pure instinct now. Another strike. Then another. Lesnar is against the ropes. The referee is in position. The crowd is going absolutely ballistic because they're watching something they never thought they'd see. The unstoppable force is being moved. Halfway through this battle, and I need to pause for just 1 second. If you're feeling this energy right now, if you're on the edge of your seat wondering how this ends, do me a solid. Hit that like button and subscribe to SLAMZONE. We're building something incredible here, and I want you to be part of every moment. Every upload, every breakdown, every time the wrestling world explodes, we're going to be here together breaking it all down. Now let's get back to this absolute chaos because it's about to get even more intense. Lesnar tries to recover. He pushes his opponent away and goes for a clothesline, but they duck under it. The speed difference is becoming apparent. Lesnar is powerful, but his opponent is quick, desperate, and fighting like their entire career depends on this moment. Because it does. They hit a dropkick that sends Lesnar stumbling backward into the corner. The crowd is chanting. The energy in that building could power a city. The opponent charges in with a corner attack. They connect. They back up and do it again. Lesnar is covering up, trying to protect himself, but the shots keep coming. This is not the script anyone expected. Heyman is on the apron now, screaming at the referee, trying to create a distraction, trying to give his client time to recover. But the referee waves him off. Lesnar explodes out of the corner with a massive shoulder tackle that nearly cuts his opponent in half. The momentum swing is real. Back and forth. Both competitors are giving everything they have. Lesnar hits another German suplex. Then another. The count is up to 5 now. 6, 7. This is where careers end. This is where dreams die. But somehow, impossibly, the opponent keeps getting back up. The heart on display is unbelievable. The crowd is rallying behind them. Every time they rise, the volume increases. This is what professional wrestling is all about. The story being told in that ring transcends the predetermined nature of the business. This feels real. This feels important. Lesnar is breathing heavy now. You can see the frustration starting to set in. This was supposed to be easy. This was supposed to be another night at the office. Another victim. Another reminder to the world that nobody can touch the beast incarnate. But that botched F5 earlier has planted a seed of doubt. Not just in Lesnar's mind, but in the minds of everyone watching. Could this actually happen? The opponent hits a surprise roll-up. The referee drops down. 1, 2. Lesnar kicks out with authority, but not before the crowd thought for a split second that it might be over. The near fall pops the building. Lesnar looks angry now. Really angry. He's not playing anymore. He grabs his opponent by the throat and launches them across the ring with a belly-to-belly suplex. The impact is sickening. He's setting up for another F5. This time he's making sure. No mistakes. No slip ups. He lifts them up onto his shoulders again. The crowd is holding its breath. This is it. But as he spins, his opponent counters with a DDT. Out of nowhere. Both wrestlers are down. The referee starts the count. The crowd is going insane. This match has become something special. Something unexpected. Both competitors struggle to their feet at the same time. They meet in the center of the ring and start trading strikes. Forearm, punch, knee. The crowd is counting along with every shot. The intensity is off the charts. You can feel through the screen how much this means to both of them. For Lesnar, it's about maintaining his legacy. For his opponent, it's about creating one. The opponent ducks under a wild punch from Lesnar and hits their finishing move. The one they've been saving. The one that's put away everyone else on the roster. They connect flush. Lesnar goes down. The crowd explodes. The opponent covers. The referee counts. 1, 2. Lesnar's shoulder shoots up just before 3. The building collectively gasps. So close. So incredibly close. But here's where everything changes. That initial botched F5 has had a ripple effect throughout this entire match. Lesnar's timing has been off ever since. His confidence has been shaken. The aura of invincibility has been cracked. And in professional wrestling, perception is everything. Once people believe you can be beaten, once that mystique is gone, it's almost impossible to get back. The opponent pulls themselves up using the ropes. They're exhausted but determined. They see Lesnar struggling to get to his feet. This is their moment. They position themselves, waiting, watching. Lesnar turns around and walks right into another finishing move. This one even more devastating than the first. The opponent hooks the leg. The referee is in position. 1. The crowd is on their feet. 2. The noise is deafening. 3. The bell rings. It's over. Brock Lesnar has been defeated. The upset of the century has just happened. The crowd is going absolutely berserk. The opponent can't believe it. They're in tears. The referee raises their hand. Commentary is losing their minds. This is the moment that will be replayed for decades. Lesnar rolls out of the ring. Heyman is trying to console him, but the damage is done. Not just the loss, but the way it happened. That one mistake early in the match created a snowball effect that culminated in the impossible becoming reality. In professional wrestling, your legacy can be defined by a single moment. And tonight, Brock Lesnar's moment of vulnerability was captured for the world to see. The aftermath of this match sent shockwaves through the entire industry. The booking changed. The storyline shifted. The beast that everyone feared suddenly looked mortal. That botched F5 didn't just cost him one match. It cost him the psychological edge that made him the most feared competitor in wrestling. Once your opponents believe they can beat you, once the locker room sees you make mistakes, everything changes. What an absolutely incredible story. This is why we love this business. Before you go, I need you to do something for me. For us. For this SLAMZONE family we're building together. Smash that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you never miss when we break down the next massive moment in wrestling history. Drop a comment below telling me what you thought of this match and what you want to see next. Share this video with your wrestling friends because content like this only works when we're all in it together. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of this journey. And remember, in professional wrestling, legends aren't just made in the ring. They're made in moments like these. Moments where everything changes. I'll see you in the next breakdown. This is SLAMZONE, and we're just getting started.